The waiter approaches our table and gives the check to Kozue. The check, miss.
Thank you very much. Please wait a moment so I can pay.
When Kozue is about to take out the money from her purse, the following occurs to me. Hey, Kozue, what do you think if I pay this time? I brought enough money with me, so...
Oh, it's not necessary, Hallie. Seriously, I can pay. Besides, I was the one who invited you out after all.
Oh, how about we split the bill? You pay half and I pay the other. I just want to contribute in some way, that's all. I try to give Kozue puppy eyes to make her give in. It's almost always worked when we were kids, haha.
I can't when you make that face, Hallie. Alright, let's pay together.
I knew it would work. I start to take out my wallet.
Let's see. In total, it's 3,800 yen. You have to pay 1,900 yen, Hallie.
I give Kozue a face of, are you serious? Kozue gives me a face like, yeah. Alright. I take the necessary money and give it to the waiter. A bit anxious, I must say. Very well. That would be all. Before I leave, I have a special offer for a shared ice cream for just 300 yen more. Are you interested? Well, Kozue, you decide.
Well, if you let me choose. The truth is that something cold wouldn't hurt right now. Especially with this heat, haha.
I'll ring it right away. But first, the waiter pulls out a pen and a small notebook. I need to know the names of the couple. Excuse me? Your names. This promotion is for couples, sir. But we are not...
I think there was a mistake, sir. We are not that.
Oh, I apologize. My mistake. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. I keep my head down while I try to ignore the situation. I clench my hands tightly as I try not to lose my cool. Let's go.
What?
Don't be rude, Hallie.
But Hallie, what's the matter?
I said we're leaving! I raise my voice without realizing it. When I notice I've attracted everyone's attention inside the cafe, I stand up and start to leave. I step out onto the street and look around to see if anyone outside heard the shout I let out. Fortunately, it seems like not. I cover my face with my hands and try to calm down. I know what I did was wrong, but should I just leave? No, I can't leave Kozue behind. I take a deep breath. Come on, regain your composure, don't break down. After a brief moment, I hear the restaurant door open and see Kozue out of the corner of my eye. She grabs my shoulder and gestures for me to follow her. Isn't she upset about the embarrassment I put her through? Without saying a word, I just follow her wherever she wants me to go. I'm sure she's used to it, man. We arrive at what seems to be the city park. Despite being much larger than the one in our neighborhood, there aren't too many people. We stop in front of the park lake. Kozue, I'm sorry for the scene I made in the cafe. Kozue turns to me, looking serious, but not angry. Hey, I know you're probably mad.
Do I still like you?
Huh?
Do you still like me, Hallie?
What's with that question?
Well, your way of reacting. I think you wouldn't react that way unless you were still interested in me. But if I'm wrong, tell me. I really got scared when you yelled like that, especially because it's not normal to see that side of you.
What am I supposed to respond? I feel that anything I say could hurt her. It's clear that I don't like Kozue anymore. Not since we broke up. And that's one of the reasons I don't like hanging out with her much. It's nothing against her, it's more my issues. Despite that, I have to be honest with Kozue. No, I don't like you, Kozue. You don't put it like that, man!
Thank goodness.
Is she happy about that?
I didn't want my attempts to restore our friendship to be hurt by that, you know. After all, I would feel guilty.
No, it's not your fault, Kozue, or anything like that. I'm just me.
So what happened? Why did you react that way to a simple misunderstanding?
Because I'm a wuss. I rub my hands together to try to ease some of the anxiety I've been feeling for a while. I take a short sigh. Finally, I look Kozue in the eyes with the little willpower I have. I'll be honest. I'm a wuss. It's just that I can't get over what we had completely. There, I said it. I know it's absurd, but what did you expect from someone as absurd as me? I'm sorry, okay? I know I ruined the day, so if you want to go home, go ahead. Kozue takes me by the shoulder.
Hallie, listen to me. It's not absurd that you might still feel insecure about how you were in the past. If I'm being honest, it took me time to get over it too. It's not easy, but it's not impossible either. Forgive me if you felt forced to accept my invitation, by the way.
No, I didn't feel forced. I really want us to be friends again like before. And I don't want to do or say anything that ruins that. So, I'm sorry. Although now I have the doubt. Does Kozue still like me? I don't think so. But I'm not completely sure. Better not to dwell on that too much, at least for now. Kozue takes out a small handkerchief from her bag and wipes away a tear that had escaped from my eye.
If that's the case, then let's do our best in this, okay?
Okay.
Come on. Keep your spirits up. We still have a whole day to enjoy.
I take off my glasses to wipe my eyes of the few tears that were stored. Okay. We leave the park, heading back to the city. During our walk, Kozue tried to ease the nerves by bringing up any topic of conversation. Now we don't know where to go. Clearly, going back to the cafe is not an option, and I really don't know many places where we can have fun. Oh, I think I came up with something. Hey, Kozue.
Yes?
Well, I was thinking, to make up for almost ruining the day, how about we go somewhere you want?
First, you haven't ruined anything, Hallie. Relax. And second, I can't think of anything. I really only have places in mind where we can both have fun.
Isn't there a place you'd like to go? Come on, I insist.
Well, if you insist.
3 hours later. Did it take us 3 hours to get there, or have we been in the mall for 3 hours?
Let's go, Hallie. We just have one more store to check out.
I'm coming. Holy I had no idea Kozue bought so many things. And only 4 bags are just clothes. Me and my big mouth. But whatever, this is also a way to make up for the embarrassment I probably caused her at the restaurant. The more I think about it, the more guilty I feel. Perhaps guiltier. I see Kozue walking ahead of me. And even though I can't see her face, I know she must have a smile on it. It makes me happy in a way to fulfill what she wants, especially in a situation like this. Though that happiness doesn't quite compensate for the pain in my fingers carrying all this. Kozue, I'm not trying to complain or anything, but are you sure this is going to be the last store we visit? You said the same thing about 4 stores ago.
This is going to be the last store we visit. I promise.
Okay, it's just that I feel a bit exhausted.
Don't tell me you're already tired.
Do you think? I'm saying it sarcastically.
Come on, it's not like you've been carrying these bags for about 3 hours.
Kozue approaches and holds the bicep of my right arm. Huh?
Besides, you're a pretty strong guy, I must say.
I quickly pull away from Kozue's grip. As you say, Kozue. I must say that her holding my arm felt a bit out of place. Anyway, can we at least rest a bit? I wouldn't mind after carrying all this.
Sure, why not? Besides, my feet hurt a bit from all this walking.
Tell me about it. I've been carrying your stuff. Well, then let's find a place to relax.
Of course.
After a short walk, we find the perfect place to rest. We sit down and I can finally set the bags aside. If my fingers could cry, they would be doing so out of joy. I let out a small sigh. How can I be here as if nothing is wrong without feeling anxious? I mean, if I were at the mall alone, I don't think I could even step inside. Could it have something to do with being with Kozue? I guess so. After all, she's someone I already know. And it makes me forget my insecurities for a while. Still, I can't help but feel a bit nervous when I stare ahead for too long. I prefer to keep my head down to not draw too much attention.
Hey, Hallie.
Yeah?
I just want to know how you're doing.
Oh. Well, I'd say I'm fine, Kozue. Putting aside what happened at the restaurant, I'd say I'm good.
Yeah, I think it's best not to mention that. We don't want things to get awkward, do we?
You're right. I'm sorry.
It's no big deal.
After that, I just refrain from looking at the ground while I sneak glances at Kozue playing with her hair. I don't know why I feel like I have to start some topic of conversation. So... Kozue...
Yeah?
Kozue turns to look at me. Maybe it's just the sunlight. But suddenly Kozue looks more radiant? Yeah, I think that's the word. Well, I wanted to ask, how do you feel right now? Emotionally speaking, of course, haha.
I'd say I'm good. And also more relaxed.
Why is that?
Well, I had planned to come here after our outing, but there's a problem with me coming here alone.
What kind of problem?
It's a bit embarrassing to tell you, but I'll say it anyway. The thing is sometimes when I come by here, I can sometimes notice or feel that there are people staring at me. And not specifically in a nice way, if you know what I mean.
I can't help but feel puzzled by Kozue's words. Does she suffer from sexual harassment? No, just because they look at her doesn't mean it's in a lewd way, right? I need to know more. Does anything else happen to you besides those uncomfortable stares?
No. And I hope nothing more than that happens. It feels bad, but they're not being able to wear the clothes I like because of some perverted people. Besides, they make me feel uncomfortable in my own body. That's why I don't come to this place anymore because of all that. Sorry if it went on too long or if it seems like I'm exaggerating.
Kozue, you're not exaggerating, but what you're telling me is very serious. Is there anything I can do? I don't know, whatever. Learning about this makes me worry and... Kozue puts a finger on my lips.
Don't worry, Hallie, I'm serious. They haven't done anything to me, physically speaking. I told you this because I trust you. Believe me, I'm not one to tell this kind of stuff to just anyone. What I can tell you for sure is that you don't have to worry. If I felt in danger or something like that, I would tell you, or maybe report it. The thing is, I don't want you to stress out about finding out about this. I'm really glad you suggested coming here. With you, I feel safer.
Really?
Very seriously. Nothing makes me happier than spending time doing whatever with my best friend.
Seeing Kozue express herself like this makes her seem so vulnerable. It's not common to see her this way, but that doesn't matter. I still have a good time with you, Kozue. It's nice. Kozue gives me one of her typical smiles. What she does makes me smile too. Kozue gets up from her seat.
What do you say we finish this once and for all? I don't want to bore you too much with my shopping.
No, I'm not bored at all. Although I must say that having to carry all this a little longer will kill my fingers.
Then let's go. As I said, we only have one store left.
Okay. 1 hour later. In the end, that thing about visiting one last store was a lie. According to Kozue, she saw something she liked and that was it. One thing led to another, and we ended up visiting about 4 more stores. Who cares? At least we finally left them all. What's bad? That the air conditioning inside relieved us from the terrible heat out here. What's good? That I won't have to keep carrying all this since Kozue called the taxi. Now we're just waiting for it. This day has been quite hectic, I must say. I just want to go home and rest, and if possible, put ice on my fingers.
Hey, I just wanted to thank you for agreeing to go out and have fun. And also for putting up a lot of weight I made you carry, haha.
It's nothing, really. It was nice spending the day with you. Kozue gives me another one of her smiles. As we look at each other, the car seems to have arrived. We approach the taxi and the driver gets out of the car to help me with the bags. If I weren't so shy and incapable, I swear I would thank him in 10 different languages. Finally, the driver finishes putting everything in the trunk. Alright, is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay, then please get in. Without saying another word, Kozue and I get into the taxi. A car ride later. The taxi could only take us so far, which for my fingers means torment. Right now I'm heading with Kozue to her house, mainly to drop off all these things there. Wow, we really took our time. I haven't checked the time, but I think it's around 3 or 4 p.m.
We're almost there. My house is around here.
I'm following you. Finally, we arrived. It's been a while since I came to Kozue's house. I didn't remember it being this small. Well, small compared to mine. But what does it matter? Well, what do I do with this now?
Oh, just leave everything in front of the door. I'll put everything inside the toilet a little later.
Is she not going to let me in? I must say that I'm a bit surprised by that. Can't I come in?
It's just that I forgot to tidy up my house before leaving. And I wouldn't want you to see the mess inside.
That excuse seems very vague to me. But whatever, I won't dwell on it too much. If you say so. I'll leave all the bags to one side of the door. I rub my fingers a bit due to the pain. No Osumania tonight. That's more than clear.
Thanks, Allie. You were a lot of help today.
It's nothing, really.
I mean it. You made this day one of the best I've ever had.
Ignoring the scandal at the cafeteria, right?
Totally.
Sorry again for that. I still feel guilty for what I did.
Oh, Hallie, don't keep tormenting yourself for what happened.
Kozue approaches and starts patting my head.
Don't stress that your cute little head of yours over what happened.
Cute? As you say, Kozue. Well, I think it's time for me to head home, haha.
Of course. See you at the school, Hallie.
Yeah, see you, Kozue. Before I could turn around to go home, Kozue rushes towards me and hugs me. I stay frozen for a moment in surprise, but then I return the hug. After a while, we separate from the hug.
No, for real, goodbye.
See you. I'm back home. This day has been fun. Ignoring, of course, what happened in that cafeteria, and carrying a bunch of weight, this day has been fantastic. I had a lot of fun with Kozue, though I must say I would have liked Haishin to be there too. Why didn't Kozue invite him? Or maybe she just forgot. And I didn't ask Kozue either. What a fool I am. He still could. But whatever, I guess I can invite Haishin myself another time. If I don't chicken out in the process. House. I just want to take a shower and lie down on my bed. Okay, I just need to take out the key to my house. I check all the pockets of my pants and don't feel the key anywhere. Don't tell me. Damn it, I forgot my keys. Well, I'll have to knock so my mom can let me in. No one opens. Don't tell me Mom isn't home either. What a set of unfortunate coincidences, huh? Me and my lousy luck. Well, at least I can call my mom to let her know I'm here. I take out my cell phone and try to call her. What? No service? Are you kidding me? I let out a sigh of disappointment. I put my phone away and look at what I can do now. Well, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Climb in through the window. There's no way I'm bothering the neighbors with this mess. Though now that I remember, whenever Mom and I go out, she usually locks all the windows for safety. And now that I think about it, why didn't she call me before I left? She probably did, but since I have no signal, I didn't get it. I scratch my neck. What now? I guess all I can do is sit aside and wait for Mom. I hope she doesn't take too long. I sit down next to the door. How I hate my luck. Monday, July 5th, 20xdx, 10:40 a.m. I'll be right back to you. I gotta do one thing real quick.